Well, good morning, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide. We are on March 7th, 2020. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet. Happy Saturday to you all. Hope you all have a great weekend. Looking here at our sun, 304 angstroms, large plasma filament erecting from the northeast, small sunspot building in the southwest. You can see the fiery sunspot region coming in right now. Looking under a different light, you can see the coronal hole building from the south. Huge plasma filaments, though. Just look at this. It's probably about the size of 10 Earths, the height that this plasma is reaching. Amazing footage coming out of the Solar Dynamics Observatory. Again, credit to all researchers and developers. Looking under a different light here, we can see the heliosphere being affected. Sunspot region in the north decaying. Still a very quiet sun, everybody. Stay aware and prepared, my friends and family around the world. Things are changing drastically around the planet. Look at that zap. That's some high energy. Quick look at the sunspot region that's coming in. Gonna have to check out Stereo B, the other side of the sun. Stay tuned for that. Looking here the last 24 hours for earthquakes, give you an update from around the world, and you can see there are many earthquakes around the planet right now. We start out here most recently in Alaska, where we've seen an increase in seismicity, as well down into San Andreas. Here's a 5.5 from last night. Coastal Junction, California, 3.7. 3.4 and a 2.6 moving up through Ridgecrest. So lots of movement underground right now, as well looking at a 2.7 Perry, Oklahoma. Central America, 4.9 there in Mexico, as well 5.2 Costa Rica. So very busy today. Down into Argentina as well. 4.1. 4.5 Chile, as well 5.1 West Chile Rise. Over to Vanuatu, where they had a 5.6, 5.5 actually, and then across Indonesia as well, 4.4, 5.2, 4.4, and 4.9 by Krakatoa. Indian Plate, 4.6 Afghanistan, as well a 4.3 here in Karini, Greece. This is only the last 24 hours, guys, and this is a very busy map right now. 4.8 there in Shishijima, Japan. 4.8 in Russia, as well 4.2 Nikolskoye, Russia. So I was going to put out the video the other day, volcanic activity report, but it's been so busy recently, I've had to add more volcanoes. So look for the volcanic activity report, as I do have lots of time to do it today, later this evening. And again, thank you everybody for watching my videos. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an update. Looking at the last 7 days for earthquakes, you can see many elevated earthquakes, and most of the action has been South America and North American plate. Pacific plate line is very active. Let's head over to the Pacific Disaster Center. Looking at the most recent volcanoes updated today in the last few hours. Starting out here, Dukono in Indonesia. A lot of flood alerts across the United States. Popo in Mexico. Sangay in Ecuador. Fuego, Guatemala. Reventador in Ecuador, Sabancaya in Peru, Asosan in Japan, and Semeru in Indonesia. That's all in the last 12 hours. Most recent erupting updates. Now it's very concerning here with this 5.5 on the border with California and Mexico, as they have not seen a magnitude of that size in the area for a while. And the movement, minor earthquakes moving all the way up to San Andreas. Watch for the Cascadia subduction zone to be active this evening. Looking at the system that affected the United States the last few days, dropping flood alerts across 10 states. As well, we've got quite an extreme weather event happening here in Nova Scotia, as a tropical depression, well, looks like a tropical depression in the Atlantic, bringing hurricane-like force winds to coastal regions of Nova Scotia. So stay aware, prepared, my Canadian friends on the Atlantic coast. Let's get to the 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteo Earth, Meteo Mike. Starting out here, home base, very cold for a few days, and then a low pressure system comes in from the Pacific and brings in some warm moisture, but the cold is still dominant. Polar vortex building, extreme temperatures in northern Canada. Watch as the Colorado low develops later in the week for the United States to bring a lot of rain. And nor'easter conditions, mixed precipitation towards the Atlantic provinces later in the week. Overlooking Europe, not much relief for them as these low pressure systems are just hammering the United Kingdom, as well parts of Eastern Europe and Central Europe. Day after day, this rain comes in. Just look at the low pressure systems following a very strange jet stream. And watch for the winds to be very active over the next few days as these low pressure systems join forces over Europe. Across Russia, watch for a winter storm developing later in the week with extreme cold conditions in northern Russia, Siberia. And then across the West Pacific, watching this vigorous low pressure system develop in the China Sea, and as well an anomaly here with these two large high pressure ridges dominating the Pacific Ocean. Watch for another cyclone to develop this week over the Northern Territory of Australia, and coastal rains across Brisbane, Queensland. But definitely stay aware, prepared, my friends in Australia, as you do have another cyclone developing in Northern Territory. As well, looking at low pressure system that's affecting Madagascar. This low pressure system sits here for 5 days straight, fueling in a lot of moisture into Madagascar and across the African continent. Overlooking South America, not much to talk about except daily evaporation, heavier amounts throughout Brazil and coastal regions. Sao Paulo, Central America. Not much to talk about, but the deep lower level trough that is developing this week in the East Pacific, hammering the west coast of the United States this week, will bring a lot of rain and winds. We'll be keeping an eye on that to see how large it gets. Leave you here looking at the Northern Hemisphere versus the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you, friends and family, for almost 10,000 members. Again, don't forget to smash that like button. Much love to you all. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your morning dew. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.